Whoa! I realized I went live. That's weird. Sorry, honey. You're in the.
Were we live the whole time?
No, you're live now.
Oh.
I realized I went live without. Like putting myself on the screen. I just forgot. Oh, what's up, Laura? Yeah, look, you can run sprints. Like, there's no way to run sprints and not run into people. I finished recording and the weather's about to get bad, so I can't record anymore. So I figured I would do this. And Pete's already running sprints. And I told him, I said, Pete, I don't care. I said, Pete, deal with it. I'm gonna run sprints. I told him I was gonna run sprints when I was done, and I'm done, so I'm gonna run sprints now. I rarely have any time to run any, so I decided I was gonna run some today. What? What is your what, child? What? You don't want me, you want your mom. As soon as I take you, you'll be upset that you're not with your mom. What? All right, come on, freakazoid. Hey, buddy. Your mom's over there. What are you doing? What are you doing with your hammer? What are you doing with your hammer, buddy? What are you doing with your hammer? Anyway, how's everybody doing? Y'all doing all right? What's up, Andrew? Laura? Zen? What are you reading, Laura? Andrew, what are you reading also? Mwah. I think I saw what you were reading, though, recently, Andrew. I think I saw you, like, on Brian's, so I guess a few days ago. What up, Kai? Where's Mama? You don't care. You don't play with that thing. I don't know what that is, Andrew. What's up, Urza? Let go of the mic. Rosita, stop. What's up, Paloma? Matt? Quit it. Daddy needs that. I needed to talk. Stop it. I'm going to put salt in your mouth. Stop it. No, he just won't quit messing with the mic. Crazy child. Atticus, stop. Oh, I got you. What's up, Rogue? Is it in the Discord, Urza? What's up, Anita? Aren't you over on Pete's Sprint? Oh, Pete's not even on Pete's Sprint anymore. What's up, Kev? Laura, what did you say you were reading? That's not a book. Oh, you're not reading anything. I feel you. Everybody ditch Pete. What's up, Kim? I would ditch Pete too. Anita. I don't know, a couple hours. What's up, Sam? She does have too much power. I ended Joanna's stream by accident once, which was, just sad. Send it to me, Urza, because I'm not going to read it. Yeah. So I used to not care about babies and hair, but now that I have this, now that this baby has hair, like I don't want a bald baby. I don't want the next one to be bald. I want him to have crackhead hair. Like, what are you pushing off of me for? Where are you going? You can't walk or climb. So where do you think you're going, child? Oh, you dying. Oh, you sleepy. Guess what? I'm sleepy too because of you. Crazy child. Stand up. He hit me in the head with his freaking milk cup. Put your feet down. You love walking so much. Put your feet down. Put your feet down. Child, there we go. He just clocked me in the head with his milk cup. Like clocked me right in the head. So, hey, little man. Look. Atticus, you cannot play with that. Play with something else. Here, play with Daddy's phone. There you go. All right. So, boom. I don't have a rant. I don't have a 40-minute long diatribe to jump on. What, Anita?
I was distracted. They were ending the stream there. I was like, why are you ending? They told me Alan started sprints. I was like, why are you still here?
It was fine. I saw you were still going. I was like, they'll come over when they're done.
I thought I was leaving
I wasn't
in
trying to cut you
the
off, Pete. I said I was going to start somewhere.
Oh no, this was.
Yeah.
I'd been going for 5 hours, so.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I finished recording the chapter I was working on, which is good. In before weather. So,
Nice.
Anita, what are you reading? Why are you reading that stupid George R. Martin book when you haven't read Game of Thrones? Why aren't you reading City of Stairs?
That's the point.
after this City of Stairs. So I have it ready. So I'll start it on Monday. What about you?
I'll start it when I finish Soldiers Live. I'm about halfway, a little over halfway. It's almost 600 pages. It's at least over 5, and I'm on page 300. So
Okay.
now, if Tor happens to give me the Lies Weeping arc, I'll probably read that instead, which is the book 11 of Black Company, the arc. So I'll probably read that instead if they give me that. But we'll see.
As one does.
Yeah. Pete, what are you reading? All right. Say bye to Atticus, y'all. Say bye to Atticus.
Bye, Atticus.
Hi, Atticus.
Hi,
Aw.
Christina.
Say bye-bye.
How I
Bye-bye.
feel after a nap.
Bye-bye, Anita. Bye,
Before a
Pete.
nap.
Why so early? Let's
Bye,
spend some time with us.
He's got to go eat and then go to sleep.
That's fair. I need to eat too.
It's only 6. You know, it's so unfair that you're putting him to sleep so early.
Oh, well. All right. So look at my face, Anita, and tell me what is happening. Hold on. So do you see it?
Yellow glares? I don't know.
What am I opening and closing?
Slides.
Yes. Yes. I'm opening and closing slides. That's what I was working on earlier today. I have to. What?
I was gonna say it's not spontaneous jaundice.
It is not. Fortunately, I have to pick officers for next year for the club, and it is the biggest pain in my hind parts because my buddy Bell, he runs engineering club, and he doesn't care if engineering club sucks, so he just does popular vote. And one year, I remember they voted for the meme candidate, and the club did nothing that year because, like, the kid was in no way qualified to be the president of the club, but they thought it'd be funny if they elected this kid, and they did, and it was terrible. I refuse. I also refuse to let it be a popularity contest where morons get in place to break the club, because all that means is that I have to do more work. Bell doesn't care. Bell's like, if they don't do anything, then I guess they don't do anything. But for me, if they don't do anything, I will have to do it because I will not accept the sucky club. Like, now that we do stuff, we're not going to go back to not doing stuff. We're not going to go back to not doing well, right? But the problem is they all get so butthurt because they're freaking teenagers. I want to be, but what if I don't get to be? I don't care. And they're like, well, I don't like this. I don't care. Like, I don't care that you don't like that person. Like, I don't care.
See, that's the thing. When you're young, you don't realize that you have to learn to work with people that you don't like.
I know. I know. And they don't understand when and guess what? They've all got excuses. Always. There's always an excuse for something. Everything has to be equivocate back and forth. And it's just ridiculous. Like, yeah, there are cliques in the club. It sucks. But when I tell the people in charge to go bust up their stupid clique, I say, hey, go talk to those freshmen over there who don't know anybody. Make them feel welcome. You know what they do? They stay right where they are, talking to the friends they already have. And I'm like, okay, well, if it's not your job to go talk to those people, who's going to do it? Oh, wait, Walker's going to go do it. So I go and talk to them because otherwise they won't feel welcome at all. It's your job to go over there. And then you got another group that doesn't really get along with the group in charge. And that group wants to be in charge. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm going to trade one clique for another. That's what you want me to do. You want me to trade this clique for that clique because y'all aren't going to talk to the people like this. Useless. Everyone, like, no one. It's not that hard. Like, you've all joined a club about the Greeks and the Romans, I guarantee y'all have something in common. So just go talk to each other. Like, just do it. And if you don't want to, do it because Walker told you to. How about that one? Oh, my gosh.
You give them flashcards of like icebreaker questions and make them cringe even harder.
Well, the problem is this year I'm gonna boot them out because there just aren't any expectations, like codified expectations. So I'm codifying expectations prior, and I'm gonna say, hey, so if you're officer, you don't get to miss anything. Like, you got to be at all this stuff. So if you think that your other extracurricular is going to cause you to miss this stuff, don't do it, because you got to be at these. Sorry, guys, I'm tired of being like the lenient one that says, okay, it's fine if you miss it, like because the other club is like, you can't miss it. No, make your choice, live or die, make your choice. And then also, if y'all have drama, I'm gonna bounce whoever started it, and if I can't figure it out, I'm gonna bounce both of y'all. I'll replace you. So they're going to know in advance. If I hear, and the other thing is, I got to do better about not venting my frustration about kids at other kids. Mm-hmm. But if Walker says something to two people, and then I hear someone who was not in that conversation repeating what I said, I will boot everyone. I hate it, especially when I'm talking about, like, not even inventing stuff. It happens a lot when I try to get their help making like the van or room list for our trip. And then some other kid comes, hey, so I heard that I was going to have to be with, I'm like, who did you hear that from? And they're too afraid. I'm like, you tell me now, or I'll put you with this kid, and this kid. It's just enraging. It's enraging.
That's great.
But yeah, it's just annoying. So I've got to decide it, and feelings are going to get hurt regardless. It is what it is. I'm just like, it's just irritating because, like, they all want, me to say good job, not realizing that, hey, do you know what would make you say good job? If you did what I asked you to do. Like I don't understand. Like, if you crave Walker's validation, what if you just did what I asked you to do? And then I validate you. So
it's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Annoying. Just annoying. Anyway, how was your 5-hour sprint, Pete?
I am less far than I want to be.
But I am productive.
Are you still taking down the wall?
No, it's going up now.
Okay.
It is going up now.
Do what I ask you to do, Andrew.
Read books that Alan likes.
Stop DNFing. No, so Pete, I was reading more Our Own Worst Enemy this morning.
Yeah.
It was pleasing me greatly, but also making me mad. I'm gonna get some more quotes.
Alan lies. I read Alan books all the time. But he doesn't give any validation to me.
It's because you've set an expectation, Anita.
You're not exceeding. Are you exceeding expectations, Anita? Or are you just meeting expectations? Because you could be exceeding somebody else's expectations, but if you're only meeting your own expectations, do you really deserve validation or a raise?
Tori, by the way, didn't you already finish Gloves of Aeon? So is it really a read?
I literally just watched a video while we were on a sprint she was talking about it, and I was
Tori tested me, so in protest, I'm not reading that book.
All right, Pete.
Let's go.
Instead, citizens now elevate political differences to existential struggles because to do so makes for a more interesting and all-consuming confrontation between good and evil. We cease to be citizens so that we imagine ourselves as crusaders. Why should any of us accept the indignities of life as part of the many vicissitudes of life in a large open society, when we can instead cast ourselves as warriors, securing the gates against the barbarians? The more durable and lasting fuel for liberal politics is resentment, the reflexive expression of envy and ego that drives human beings to view political life not as a requirement for cooperation, but as an opportunity for revenge.
I have so many thoughts that I can't say on your channel.
I know. Thanks. Because this isn't a politics channel. We are not of the podcaster class, Pete. Though, should I ever join those nefarious ranks, your headset makes you fit right in.
Yeah, exactly. I got the mic and the headset already. It's really funny because like the guy I went to Dragon's Den with, Dylan, him and I have thought about like creating like one of those YouTube channels / podcast things where we just talk about stuff.
I stand on their desks, Mitch.
It's doubly better then.
This is garbage, and you haven't even seen the second one. You saw part of the second one. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's good. I stopped watching it because it was boring.
You stopped watching it because you had to go somewhere.
But also it was boring.
So hold on. You watched the first 30 minutes. Go ahead and I think you're misremembering the first 30 minutes of Dead Poet Society. When's the last time you watched that movie? Tell me what happens in the first 30 minutes of Dead Poet Society, which is at least a 2-hour movie.
It's been like at least 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got Robin Williams.
Misremembering. No, I haven't tried to do that. Leverage. Wasn't that a show on TNT? Leverage.
It was.
Dead Poet Society is one of the most overrated movies it is one of the most it's not overrated. It's over acclaimed for being deep when it is as shallow as the pool that my 14-month-old flaps around in when he's at his grandparents'. Eva, you haven't seen it in a decade. You don't even remember it. All you know is that Robin.
I barely remember what I did last week. So
I know.
I think I watched the first 30 minutes. And there's a cave. They go into a cave.
What?
I've never finished Dead Poet Society though. I don't know.
What Seven Realm book? What are you talking about? Andrew's drunk.
The last 7 Realm books.
Sure.
Forgotten Realms, probably.
Oh, I have no idea. All right, you guys carry on. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I gotta go put our food in the oven.
So
we're making.
Anita, Gloves of Aeons.
Oh no.
Yes.
There you go.
We will read it later. Tori read it anyway. Now I don't have.
What is that crap? What is Gloves of Aeon?
That's Andrew D. Meredith's 3rd book in Kalation Saga.
What?
Andrew D. Meredith's Kalation Saga book 3.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the one with the paladins and paladames.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I know.
So
It's
I
good
don't
stuff.
have bandwidth this month, and even you are still reading Liberation, Pete.
I know.
I'll go
And you,
I gotta get back up on my mojo.
Oh, whoa. Andrew, I'm not dissing Robin Williams. What are you talking about?
Evie loves Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I literally cried when I found out the news that he passed away.
You guys,
I'm devastated.
I think I better shut up.
Say it, Anita.
Anita hates Robin
Say it.
Williams, confirmed?
That I did
Say
not
it.
say.
Just say it. Say it, Anita.
You kind of said it.
I am contractually
Obligated.
obligated to say that Emperor's Club is much, much better than Dead Poet Society. But
So are you saying that your loyalty you're paid off with your loyalty?
I did not say that. I did not say I took any kind
I mean, there can be non-cash payments or non-cash compensation or anything, maybe.
But I watched Dead Poet Society maybe 15 years back, maybe more than that.
Even longer than Evie.
Yeah. I definitely cried. I mean, it definitely, I mean.
I don't, so, I mean, of what I recall of watching Dead Poet Society, I don't understand how people see it as, such a deep movie. It's emotional. That's all it is. It's
I mean, look, sometimes people just elevate things to the point of half of the quote of what Alan just said. People think inflate the importance of things when they don't have deeper things to think about.
I mean, I don't think very deeply about anything, so that makes sense.
Sad. We like the poetry she forgot the rest of the movie.
I mean, listen, I actually do think that is, if you're more arts versus humanities, like,
The arts are part of the humanities.
well, I mean, what am I trying to say? If you're
Arts
more
versus
like
STEM?
if you're more like English,
Hmm.
creative writing versus history, I think that
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right.
So,
Like history, philosophy, ethics, poli sci. That version of the humanities versus, like, I guess, the creative arts,
Yeah.
which are all humanities, just different side.
all right, so unpopular opinion here for one of I think it's an underrated Robin Williams film, Jack.
I hate Jack. I saw it twice in the theaters. I hate it.
So why'd you see it twice?
He wants to find Windhaven, so he took down Tetris.
Among other things, I also wanted to get Shadows of the Apt out of the place it was, so I could easily access that.
Okay.
Why don't you get real bookshelves, Pete?
I don't have room for real bookshelves right now. We'll see if that changes.
He's moving in a few months, so maybe
I'd like to. So, also, Anitha, to follow up with something else.
Hey, Kindred graphic novel, nice, and Parable of the Seven, nice.
Yes.
I want to read Kindred graphic novel. I have read only like
That's a good one.
9th.
Which books? Oh, are you talking about the ones you saw me holding? I also got this on a whim as well, which was good. Oh, no, I think I showed this, but War of the Rohirrim is a great movie, and people should go watch it.
I thought everyone hated it.
They're all wrong. They hated it because culture war bullcrap. That's why.
Really? I thought they hated it because it was boring. Like, I watched a.
It's not boring.
No, I
by
thought they
any
hated it
sense
because
of the
the
word.
animation was terrible.
Also, they can stuff it.
Okay. Making sure.
They're all wrong. It literally just looks like other anime animation. I don't understand why they would say it's bad.
I don't know about all that. Anyway, so I got another chapter recorded today, which is good stuff.
Nice. How many chapters left? Are you like towards till?
I'll be done this month. I'm close.
Yay.
I
Also,
just
Shad,
don't- I
you're
have
wrong.
So little time during the year, which sucks. Or sorry, during the week.
This is good. Good.
Right, the Great Wa, by the way, the baddie rap, so good from Ferngully. My name is Betty.
I also don't like that movie.
Oh,
No, I like Ferngully. Not What Dreams May Come. No, I'm currently eating a baked potato, but I just put the ribs in the oven to finish them off so we can eat the ribs.
Paladin's Grace is the T. Kingfisher book.
Yes.
Probably.
Aladdin, wonderful. So,
Angela, you will be happy to know that I've entered my romance era. I'm not sure if you are aware of this. I've read these 3 books in 2.5 days. So now I'm on the 4th.
what are you doing, Evie?
It's happening. I don't know.
It's
Also,
okay.
Ferngully shaped my entire personality as well.
What is Fun Gully? I thought I watched
Gosh.
so many Robin Williams.
You haven't seen anything.
I watched
3 Little Pigs
I
all over
watched
again.
Goodwill Hunting. I watched Dead Poets Society. But what is Fun Gully? You have to.
It's an animated film from the early 90s.
About the environment.
It's true.
How has a child not come up to you and told you about Fern Gully yet?
No. Maybe Atticus will tell me.
Kim has a great point. Please watch Fern Gully to learn about her soul.
Okay.
It's true.
You know what? You should all send me a list.
It's a lot of work.
Sorry. Anywho.
All right, Pete.
What? All right, what?
What are you going to read after building Liberation?
Probably try to knock out more of the Liberation.
Yes.
But I won't finish this until like 11 o'clock at night. So, like, how much time I'm going to have?
No, just 2 more sprints, you'll be done.
I mean, the next sprint, I'm going to go get food.
Sorry, I'm cutting y'all off. Chris, A Reader's Journey. Oh, God. This is like a catch-22 question.
Pear cuts through water. She'll say pear cuts through water.
No. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're feeling sci-fi, Vanished Birds. If you're feeling fantasy, Spear Cuts Through Water. If you want a more straightforward narrative, Vanished Birds. If you are feeling weird, like structure, narrative, whatever, then Spear Cuts Through Water. But there is no wrong answer.
Alan is showing his cooking skills.
Nice.
Oh, nice. What kind of sauce or rub do you use?
That looks beautiful.
Hold on, I'll take you off mute. Maybe. Question mark. Oh no, I can't unmute you. Never mind.
Wait, what? That's weird.
You're on mute, Alan.
You can't unmute your guest. That's so stupid. He's not even a guest.
No, I think they want to say can't your guest. So, oh my god, that's such a bad spelling.
Yeah, because
mistake.
we're all the guest and all the admin at the same time. It's the standard message. They muted themselves. We get it. That looks just so good. Good.
Zen. How I feel when I hear about ribs in an oven must be how Alan feels when someone gets things wrong about Greece and Rome.
Look, some people don't have a choice. They don't own the smoker because they're not part of the bourgeoisie. Because anybody that owns a smoker obviously is part of the bourgeoisie, and the smokers should be donated to the lowest of us so that we can use them and have the opportunity to use them, because there are smokers at their core.
So my husband has a smoker. He hasn't used it in approximately 2 years. Well, no, at least 2 years. The last time he used it, he had to clean it out a mouse's nest from that they set up in there.
That's called extra flavor. Just
yeah, it's fine. It was gross. So he had to clean that out before he could use it again. And he actually made ribs. He made pork ribs on last Sunday, I think, in the oven. So
nice.
Yeah.
This is all making me hungry and wanting me to just leave and go get food.
Yeah, even though I
did not realize it is that much time today. Even though we spent like 5 hours, so many sprints, I did not feel the time. Book is that good. I mean,
Nice.
every sprint, I am not even like.
Wait, are you almost done with it, Anita?
No, I'm like 220 pages. I have like more
You get
than 160 pages.
We
So-
need to get Anita a shirt that says "Feeling the Germ."
And every time, by the time I look up, the sprint is over. That is like big
Sorry.
deal.
Feel the germ.
Hey, nice. Sal.
I'm excited to read it.
If I can ever pull myself away from romance books, apparently I will potentially read my
Read
actual TBR.
Read what?
What's on your TBR for this month?
My actual TBR what I'm supposed to read?
Yeah,
What is that?
I am loving it, Sal. It is very, very good. Once I'm done, I'll give you this book. You'll also read it.
Bearhead by Adrian Tchaikovsky.
Oh snap! I need to order that because I just found out that I don't have it. That
thought
was
you
another
had it.
purpose behind Sprints.
you
I thought I
had
did too, but I wasn't sure because I couldn't find it, and then I just tore everything down and I couldn't find it. So
it.
I don't have it.
I'm gonna finish out Terrible Worlds, Revolutions, Ironclads, and Firewalkers.
Easy peasy.
That was not a plan on my plan TBR, but it stumbled that way. Windhaven, and then The Other Wind by Ursula K. Le Guin.
I thought you were going to say the other Windhaven.
My Ursula K. Le Guin?
The Other Wind.
I did not hear of.
Anita, isn't this an Earthsea book?
Oh, is it?
Yes.
You should have looked at his expression.
Fake
All right,
fan.
back.
and
Sorry,
all that.
I couldn't unmute myself because I had a hot thing in both hands.
So what rub did you use?
I use we use a dry rub for when we make wings, which are the best ever. But for the ribs, we just use a barbecue sauce. But the problem is the recipe. We don't write the recipe down, so every time we make it, we have to. Oh, good luck, Chris. I'm back, Kev. We have to watch a Facebook video of some lady making these ribs, and the problem is this right here is a student, which means that I'm about to ban this person. So, but yeah, so I have to watch this guy talk about the guy filming it is the problem. So, she's like, yeah, we're gonna put a bunch of paprika on this, and we love pepper. And he's like, oh yeah, that looks so good. And it's so
Batman?
No, it's just really uncomfortable. It's like, oh, they're fall off the bone. Oh, they smell so good. It's just vaguely inappropriate sounding.
That doesn't sound it.
It's so uncomfortable to listen to him. It's like, oh man, look at that sauce. And it's like, this is weird, this thing that I'm watching. So I have to watch that every single time that I try to make these ribs. And I don't want to because it's gross.
I'm going to drop because Tori's in the background. So
why?
You don't have
do you think I'm afraid of 5? Like, we're sprinting. It's not like a live show. I like 4 in a live show.
Oh, I thought you liked the uniformity of 4.
I mean, I do, but it's not to where you have to leave.
I mean, I can also leave.
No, I don't care. We're sprinting. We're talking about something. It's just I like live shows before. I have not read that. It is on my. I think I own one of them, Kev, or it's on my wish list or whatever. But the fact that one of them, dang, Keeble and Pacey, dang, what a great series. No, I don't have any rub. My rub is like paprika and oregano and garlic powder and pepper and salt. That is the rub. I'm sorry. It is just not I didn't get like a rub out of it. It's not like a store-bought rub or something.
Yeah. By the way, Sal, that is Helen of Troy is a given. We are slowly reading that. It's going to take us longer than the end of.
And this is also given.
Yes.
What is that, Anita?
That's American.
It's American Indians, Myths, and Legends.
Alan wants me to read only his books, his read-along books, or his favorite books. I
want you to read something that is. No, I just don't want you to read stupid crap like Encyclopedia Fairies.
This is not that. This is American Indian Myths and Legends. Short story.
Okay, why are you reading that? Just tell me why you're reading that. Tell me why you're reading that.
And Kim and Urza and Sal.
Of course.
It's very, very slow. We're doing like 10 stories a week.
Okay, so what's the crow doing, or the raven doing, or the wolf doing, or whatever? Is there a dream catcher somewhere? I'm being culturally insensitive right now. I apologize.
Currently, we are reading stories about the creation myths.
The what?
Creation myths across the various tribes.
Oh. That is the other Crash Course series that just started. Native American history.
Ooh.
Another thing that I'm woefully unqualified for.
You know,
They should tell you what you're applying for.
my next two reads are these: City of
I know.
Stairs, Hard King.
I think with Crash Course, they probably like, hey, people apply, and if people want to do these things, we'll pick the one that we think is the coolest.
No way. They definitely know what they want to do
Ooh,
before they
no.
pick them. Yeah, they do.
They probably have like some idea, but I don't think they have specific ideas.
See? Thank you, Kim. Look. One day, I try to tell my students this. One day, people can realize I'm right. Like most of the time.
Real quickly, Chris, A Reader's Journey. I volunteered you for the City of Stairs discussions. So, just so you're aware.
Sure. Why not? Come on.
He's read the series and he loves it. So
Very cool. Let's talk about it then.
Noise.
Dang, Laura, look at that. Now
Hello.
we're more even.
Oh
I
my
like it
goodness,
better.
it's Laura.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Hello.
How's it going?
well, but there we go.
Perfect.
Cool. What are you? You're not reading anything, Laura. So what are you going to do during the sprint?
I did start reading something. Evie and I are going to read Bridgerton together. So I started
He is
Bridgerton.
going to read Bridgerton.
And I am actually reviewing the audiobook for my book. So I've been working on that off and on for the last couple days.
Cool.
Who is the narrator?
Gabriel Michael and Riley Cabrera. It is a duet narration.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really, really love it. It was interesting because I listened to some of their pieces individually, and then it's now been mastered that it's coming together as it's like meant to be read. And I'm like, oh, this is a completely different experience now.
That's
So,
really cool. It's really
yeah.
cool.
It's been awesome.
Oh, sorry. That's my processing face, Rogue. It's where I'm going.
I mean, with all the romance readers on the stream, it's already 200% more than is Alan's comfortable with.
That is
So-
true.
Wait, what's 200% times 0?
I'm also confused. What? Who's a romance reader on the stream? You and Laura?
Yeah.
So it's 2.
Definitely Tori also.
No,
Wait, you also like romance?
200% increase from
No,
0.
Tori doesn't like that crap.
Tori doesn't like it. She has read it, but she does not like
I
it.
know. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm not against romance in the books I read. I'm against the modern idea of romance novels and like what a lot of them include.
All right. So Tori hates Laura. Confirmed. You heard it here
No,
first.
I ordered her book. Are you
Breaking
kidding
story
me?
right here. Breaking story. You
I-
ordered her book. So
I will
that
have it be
you
known
burning it.
that multiple people have told me that the book reads more epic fantasy than it does romantasy. So I'll take it. Either is fine.
I'm gonna read it.
No,
I'll take
Christina,
I'm
it.
no.
excited.
Laura, how much on a scale from 1 to 10, how much smut is in your book? Please tell Christina, who just said, I want to read it. I'm like, you
Like-
don't though.
1 to 2. It's
What?
not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot.
You use the term shadow daddy.
I do.
That
And
is
it's marketing.
code for there will be
There
bumpy
is
uglies in
a
this book.
shadow man, daddy, whatever you want to call him in the book, but it's not super smutty. And in terms of we're giving peppers and stuff, it's like half a pepper to 1 pepper. It's not a
Oh,
lot.
okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
then, all right, we'll order it then, Christina.
You know what I'm going to do? Since I've hit my romance reading era, I'm going to write a romance book and send it to Tori and be like, Tori, I want you to read this. I need you to read this.
She's gonna hate it, but it's gonna be
I
fine.
promise all
I'll
of,
narrate it. There we
I
go.
promise all of my friends honest opinions. So,
Right on.
Yep. How's
Okay,
reporting
like-
going, Alan?
Kev is like that.
I mean, it's
sharp-
fine. It's just like there's snot in my nose all the time. And, editors, thank goodness I pay for editors because mouth noises, like you don't realize how many mouth noises there are. Like, you just don't.
Yep.
Like I can feel them now. Like when I'm recording, I'm like, yep, gonna have to remove that. Like I can feel my tongue like latching on to something in my mouth. But it's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine.
My
It's just basic
female
all the time.
narrator is from the Midwest, so she's in Tori's part of the country. I think she's from Minnesota, and she said to me, she's like, I haven't been able to record for the last like several days because my allergies
Everybody's
have been
sick.
so bad. And I mean, I on the East Coast, it's been friggin' horrendous. This
It's
spring has
terrible
been
here.
so bad. I had to take one of my cats to the vet today because even my cats are dying from allergies.
It's terrible
So,
here too. It's awful.
yeah, it's really not
Awful.
great.
Yeah. And no one in Philip's book can grab anything. Everyone grasps things. And grasped is not an easy word to say at a clip, especially not if you don't want those big pops or stick the mouth noise. I just said grasp and felt it in my mouth. Like, so I have to say grasp a bunch, and I hate it. But, you know, it is what it is.
It's all
But
part of
it's
the
going
process.
fine.
Can you just say
Just sit on it.
grasped really quickly and just
Nope.
like pretend
Nope.
like
Nope.
you? All right,
Nope.
never mind.
Anyway, sick all the time, baby sick all the time. So, you know, I can't record because anything wrong with your face, and it picks it up. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Did you say earlier that you guys are having another baby? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, in like August.
Oh, okay. So like soon. I missed that
Yeah.
announcement.
You're not watching Alan's channel.
I put it at the end of it. There's a video where Christina's in the thumbnail. It's in that one.
Gotcha.
March TBR?
Is it March?
I
Yeah,
have
end of
watched
March.
like zero booktube. The only
Word.
booktube I have watched has been Sprints or The Odd Live, but I have
If you go
watched
check out my March TBR, you can see Christina announce it.
Got it.
But yeah, we're having another boy in August.
Well, that's exciting.
I mean,
Are you naming this one Cicero?
No,
So you'll have
his
Cicero
name's
and Atticus.
Theodore. His name's Theodore.
Aw, that was on my short list. I love Theodore.
Christina would not tolerate Cicero because she's mean.
To be fair, she's
Cicero's a
completely
great man. He was a great man, Christina.
No, he was not, Christina. You made the right call.
Please, no Cicero slander allowed here.
No,
Laura,
no Cicero slander until you've read the Cicero trilogy. Then you can slander him if you want.
I've read actual Cicero. I feel like that warrants slander.
No, that doesn't count.
It is Kikero. It is Kikero, but no one says it. And I'm also going to say Cicero. I'm not going to do that either.
Cicero. Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no soft C in Latin.
Corey, what are you reading?
I'm reading Empire of Silence currently.
Ooh, how's it going?
Good. I'm about 2/3 through it. Yeah, it's good.
Is it better than like 4th and 5th Red Rising? Like, is it better?
I mean, I don't know. Like, they're very different tone of books.
Mm-hmm.
Red Rising has a much more gritty, fast-paced tone to it. This one is definitely a first book. I'm having some quibbles with it. However, I think I'm invested and I'm enjoying the read. And I've heard this is the weakest of the series. So
okay,
I'm looking.
I haven't recovered yet from Iron Gold and Dark Age, so
that's fair. That's fair. I think you would enjoy this more, yes, than those two. I do think when you get to it, Lightbringer will help you a little bit. It didn't redeem the other books, but in and of itself, I really loved as like the character back, like what you're missing from the other two books, you're going to find more of in Lightbringer.
Yeah,
we considered this, Alethea, but it ultimately decided not to. One, her cousin has a dog named Augustus, which is part of the reason that we
makes it hard.
Demurred from that. Anyway, I have not yet read Light Space Bringer, but I need to. It's on my list of. Here are the list of series before we go. I'm going to read this and then we're going to go do a sprint because 44 minutes is too long. You know what? No, I'm going to read those when I come back. Have someone remind me, hey, what series have you not completed, Alan, that you need to complete? And then a bunch of y'all are going to be like, just DNF that one, DNF that one, DNF that one, DNF that one. Because some of them I'm like, I probably should DNF this series. Am I ever going to come back to it? Probably not. Like, am I ever going to read, hold on, what's it called?
Founderside Book 3?
No. Am I really ever going to read the Torch Against the Night? Am I ever going to read Torch Against the Night, sequel to Ember in the Ashes?
No
am
way.
I ever going to go back and read that?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
So,
Just DNF that series.
And that's
I'm
a
on
beacon.
MySpace. So, all right, let's read something. Eva, you and Laura can read your Bridgerton and your sexy times.
Well, I'm still in my
She's on Lila's age, which is
so,
fine.
yeah.
I'm gonna listen to my own book
Bingo.
again. It's so awkward listening to your own work. It's so awkward. Oh.
Where do I buy your book, Laura?
The internet.
Physical books aren't on sale yet. They go on sale June 5th. Ebook is on Amazon, but there is a pre-order for Barnes and Noble for one of the hard copies. If that's
Where do I buy your book, Tori?
ToriTekken.com.
Okay, I'm gonna do some shopping during this sprint.
Yeah, if you don't want to give money to Amazon, my website.
No,
Who are
I
you
want
using,
to
Tori,
Amazon
to print your
because
books?
He doesn't want me to.
Ingram Spark is the one I've been using, but I'm also checking out. I have a proof copy coming from Book Vault as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to see both. I ordered these hard copies that I'm going to be sending out for the pre-orders are from Ingram Spark, but I am going to check into Book Vault as a possible better option.
Ingram is who I'm using for my dust jacket one, but I also started looking at 48-hour books to see if
Guys,
that's...
print started. We can continue this conversation later. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, what's up?
Hello.
Y'all get any reading done? I got none done because I can't eat ribs and also hold a book. So I watched part of a movie instead, but I will read on the next one.
Did you watch part of the Poets Society?
No.
In all seriousness, what movie?
Companion. It's relatively new. It's got Jack Quaid and Sophie something.
Turner?
Sounds riveting.
It is. So every ad for this movie like gives
Everything away.
no, but it gives enough away to where I'm like, man, that would have been really, really cool if I did not know that was coming in this movie. Yeah, Sophie Thatcher, thank you. But yeah, so I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of like double speak in the first like half hour where it's like, and I know what they're saying, like, but if I didn't know what this movie was about, I would think nothing of it. But I'm like, I see what you're doing there. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I will finish it later. I'm gonna read on the next one.
Nice.
How's your what? Sorry, go ahead, Evie.
I was gonna say, is it on streaming or?
Yeah, it's on Max.
Oh, okay, cool.
How'd your audiobook go, Laura?
Good. A few lines are missing, but I think that's easy to happen when like there's a lot of back and forth dialogue between male and female voices. So just trying to make sure that we aren't missing like key lines right now. But other than that, it's really weird because I wrote it over a year ago basically. So I'm like having to go through it and I'm like, oh yeah, like I forgot about these things. So that's been a weird experience, but it's really cool to hear it. So
That's
yeah.
cool. Pete, no one wants to hear your fork scraping your ramen cup.
And Christina's comment. Christina.
Oh, all right. Talk amongst yourselves. My phone is on silent. I gotta go tuck this child in. Oops.
For a publishing question, when do you start to get reports from Ingram?
Oh, for selling copies?
Like sales. Like when does it tell you
gosh.
Sales? Because
usually
KBP is
pretty
immediate.
fast.
Okay.
Does it include pre-orders though? Or?
Yeah, I don't know if it includes pre-orders. That's the thing.
I don't know if it does.
Okay.
I get monthly email statements from them.
I'm assuming that'll be the case, but like when I log into Ingram now, it has the book listed, and then underneath it says month sales and previous month sales.
I have never done pre-orders or paid attention to sales on Ingram that much, because I usually sell either direct or through Amazon.
Yeah.
So I know I have sold books through Ingram, and I usually get monthly statements from them.
Got it.
So you
All
could
the things to learn.
you could just reach out and ask them, because I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I really have no
if
idea.
they do pre-orders or anything.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the fun things to learn. What did everyone else read?
I'm still continuing Wild and Wrangled, but Laura, I have this ready. So
have you not read it before, Evie?
She hasn't. I'm really excited.
Oh,
Okay. Wait. What is that?
Blade itself.
Blade itself.
Yeah.
So Laura and I we have an agreement that we are going to try. Well, I'm gonna read The Blade itself, and she's gonna read The Bear and the Nightingale, and if she likes it, then we're gonna continue and read the trilogies.
I am very sure you are going to love it, Lara. Definitely.
I started it like over a year ago and then got sidetracked because I have ADD and didn't finish it. But I think I will like it.
Evie, and why didn't you do this? You read this, I will read this kind of swap with me?
Because Laura and I were talking about how we are mentally in a weird headspace, and I hope you don't. Well, cat's out of the bag. If you didn't want anyone knowing that.
Oh, I don't care.
So it's like, you
Um,
know what? Maybe this will like help each other. Hopefully, like get us out of our like funks or whatever.
I understand. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Is this regarding Ingram Sparks
He
book
might.
publishing?
Yeah,
It
he
is.
might.
Yeah.
You could ask Philip. He'd probably
out
know
to
more
Philip.
about that.
Okay. Yeah, I will ask him. There's so much weird back end stuff that you just don't think of.
Yep.
So yeah. I have a few different covers.
This is actually true. It's a good idea.
I mean, it's not spear cuts through water, so I don't know.
I think I'll be lucky if Evie gets one, and that's good for me. But I also love Tori's cover. She showed it to me a while ago, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks good now that I got the proof copies too. It looks really good.
Can we see
person.
them? Or are those like, hidden?
Yeah, well, I have my Ingram Spark one. I was doing a mock-up packaging with it yesterday, so it's in tissue paper right now. But there's the
Oh, it looks
Amazon.
good. It drives me nuts how the proof for Amazon, like I've got mine right here, and it's
Yep, isn't it beautiful? Yeah,
wild.
There you go. That answers Carrie's question. It's The Forgotten Dawn is the name of Laura's book.
Yes. Are you doing hardcover as well, Tori?
not yet. It's one more thing. And honestly, Cold Silver is a small enough book that I feel like a hardcover is kind of like, I don't really know that I need that in my life at the moment.
How long is the book?
284.
Oh, okay. That's significantly shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's meant to be more like 70s, 80s episodic Western length.
Basically what Brandon Sanderson would call a novella. So,
honestly, it was so weird after writing Bloodstones and then going to Cold Silver because it was like
completely different.
That's so much, well, in every way, but it's also like it's so much shorter. I get the book and it's like, oh, this tiny little thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that's my like breath before I have to write Queen's Wolf, which will be much longer.
your first breath, at least.
Yeah, the one that I didn't know I was holding. Yeah. Please tell me there's at least one instance of that in your book, Laura.
Oh, I put in one.
Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic.
I love that it drives everyone nuts. I was like, in it goes. And
Can I get on a soapbox about that, by the way? There's actually, I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm going to get on a soapbox about that. I don't understand the critique of like, how dare they put, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding.
It's not a big deal.
People do that. I know. I don't really get it either. I just think it's funny.
Oh.
There's so many worse like phrases that people use, I feel like.
Yeah.
That
you know what word I've been noticing in every book I read lately that for some weird reason is now really driving me nuts every time I see it, and I just get like irritated every time I see it, is there's always in like every fantasy book I've read for the last 8 months, I swear, there's a male side character with a shaved pate, P-A-T-E. And I've had it. I can't with pates anymore. Like I don't want to. I don't know. It's like Murphy with undulated now. I'm like, I don't want to see it.
Pate. I would 100% read that as pate.
I was gonna say that like that.
It's everywhere.
Jimmy has a question, Laura and Tori.
Yes, they are. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bookcases, and then my academic bookcase.
That is impressive.
Yes.
Tori, your question.
Yeah, it definitely. It kind of depends on what you're interested in. I have 3 entry points now, so you can, if you're wanting something urban, paranormal, I have that, epic fantasy, and now fantasy western. So it's really whatever mood you're in.
She's diverse in her writing.
I have ADHD, and that's why I write I can't stay in the same. I'm like, I want to try everything. It's fine.
Right?
But I will finish series. Don't worry.
Yeah,
you might be waiting a while.
I'll wait.
Actually, It was kind of funny because I was teasing my husband the other night. I was like, maybe I should just write like the most fluffy romance novel on the planet, just so that I can like make money on the side, so I can write the stuff I actually want to write. Yeah.
Yep. You write to market, and then it funds the projects that you really want to write.
Exactly.
100%.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on Pate.
It's a horrible word. I don't know why. I hate it.
Comments about it. It just sounds like a.
It's so weird.
I used to say when I was
I've never heard it.
Well, and it's one of those things where I feel like every fantasy author was reading a dictionary and was suddenly like, "Oh, I can use that to describe somebody's bald head."
I've definitely read it.
I don't know why I hate it so much. It like every time I see it on a page, I get irritated.
I mean, according to the internet, it's archaic and humorous use of a person's head.
Of
but
course
it seems
is.
like it's either enraging or just Jimmy. It's that similar thing. It elicits a very unhumorous reaction.
It's an uncomfortable word, and I don't know why.
It's probably French.
You say it's probably French?
I'm assuming it's a weird word, so
It's not,
I assume it's French.
because that would be pate.
No, don't underestimate Americans to take a French word and pronounce it incorrectly. I mean,
that is true, but I'm not saying this to like whatever. I grew up bilingual with French.
What's wrong with Pate?
So like I've never heard it used in that context.
That's fine.
But
oh, what's wrong with Pate?
It's a dumb word. I hate it. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
That's what we've been discussing. That's what you missed of our riveting conversation.
I was telling everybody I've seen it in like every fantasy novel I've read for the last 8 months, and I'm sick of it, and I hate it.
Why?
I don't know.
Bald person.
I'm just I don't know. I just don't like it. It's a weird word.
Question: does Pate inherently mean top of your head or shaved head? Because then, if it means shaved head or bald head, then a shaved Pate
I thought it was almost exclusively bald. I'm looking.
Because that makes it even worse if it means bald.
Oh
head.
no, Pate is a person's head, but I think it's almost always
like
used.
the top of the it almost in every instance I've seen it.
It's bald Pate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never see someone talking about like a full Pate full of hair.
What is this weird camera angle you have going on?
I didn't just the bookshelf's up here.
It's offensive to me. Like,
listen,
what are you doing?
He's entering his Andrew Tate era.
Pete,
no.
Oh my God, no!
I'm changing it immediately. No.
I've never actually seen anything about Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate is the taint of the world.
He is the.
He's the Pate of the world.
He's the Pate.
He doesn't deserve to be a Pate, even though he has a shaved Pate.
That escalated quickly.
There we go, Pete. See how everyone else has a normal, like.
Look, I didn't want to stand for 5 more hours.
You have to stand. You're standing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was feeling.
He was, and then you complained about it.
Why don't you put the camera at the level you're at?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work because I have to adjust 3 different stands. It's already like has books leaning on
Why's your
everything.
monitor so high?
Tetris.
What?
He's been doing.
So I
Tetris all
put
day.
the camera high when I'm rearranging this.
Oh, weirdo. All right.
Thank you.
Anita, did you read anything about The Crow?
What? No, I was reading. I had dinner and then.
Finish that book. I'm tired of looking at it, Anita.
Okay, I'll finish by tomorrow, and Monday I'll start City of Stairs. Okay.
No.
I know.
It's fine.
I know you don't want me reading this, but it is good.
Good.
Okay.
Glad to hear it. That means I'll probably like it when I get to it.
Evie, what about you?
No smut yet, but I'm looking forward.
I know what you're reading. Did you get any done? I know what you're reading. You're reading Wild and Western or whatever.
Yep.
Wild and Wrangled.
Oh my gosh, Wild and Wrangled.
I'm so here for this era of Evie. Like I am so excited for it.
What's up, Jimmy? Or
What?
Yimmy?
I thought I brought it upstairs, the Elsie Silver book.
Did you get one?
I did. Yeah, I got the one that you recommended to me.
Which one? I recommended
The blue cover.
you.
Oh, I did bring it. I did bring it.
Evie is reading fourth book in that Lilac Sage. What is the series name? Some ranch series.
Rebel Blue Ranch.
Oh, you
Well,
got
that was
the horse
saved, but-
ones. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
That's the one you recommended, right? You were
I,
like, hey,
you like horses, so I said yes. That would probably be good for you.
So
yeah, no,
Tori
I
and
read like 20 pages.
Tori and Laura, how did y'all find the self-publishing process? Well, Tori for the third time, I suppose. And, how about you,
Go
Laura?
ahead, Tori.
Oh, okay. So I've been doing it since I was 14. So like it's just that's what I know. So it's changed obviously since then. But honestly, the hardest part is just all of the formatting and trying to make sure that you didn't like forget something. Because one of the things that's hard, I think, about being a self-pub author is you have to learn so many different skill sets that aren't natural to you. Like, we're artists, right? We love to tell a story, we love writing the book, and we want people to read the book. It's all the like back end organizational brain stuff that is not, for me at least.
What just happened?
We're a mosaic now. So yeah, that's the hardest part, I think, is just because my brain
so
doesn't
much
work that way.
It's so
It's
like I
so
don't
much
think people
more draining.
realize
Yeah.
how much work it is on the back end of everything. The one thing I will say though is that it's so liberating because you're not restricted to like word counts and things like that. And I've talked to so many people that have wanted to pursue traditional publishing, and the bulk of publishers right now only want books in the fantasy genre and subgenres that are between 99 and 120,000 words, which for most fantasy novels is really difficult to do if you want to establish the world well enough, magic system and characters in a book one, if it's not going to be a standalone. So that part of it is really wonderful. But at the same time too, I do think that people can get caught up in that a little bit where they don't edit down and their books can just be so bloated. But it's nice having your hands in all the pots in the sense that you get to choose your cover artist. If you're doing an audiobook, you can pick your narrators, all of those types of things. But then on the flip side of that, you are micromanaging everything.
Yep.
So that's exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
It also
It's a lot of
sounds more stressful. So.
It in some ways is, but like I've talked to hybrid authors that started out indie and have been given trad deals. Penn Cole, I feel, is the best example of authors that I've spoken to lately. And she's really transparent about how frustrating traditional publishing can be in comparison to indie publishing.
Pros and cons.
Yeah, and I mean the big difference used to be that traditional publishing would take care of marketing for you, but now they're not doing that, and you still have to do the marketing. So they're taking a higher percentage of your cut while you're still doing the work.
Their marketing is you have to have a social media presence.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
right?
Most publishers publish, if you're like a bigger publishing house, you publish around 100 books a year, but only 3 of those books will have funding put behind them for marketing. So if you're coming out the same year, something like a Fourth Wing or an ACOTAR book and things like that, like your book's not getting funding because all of it is going to the book that already has, a following behind it. So indie publishing has its issues to be sure, but simultaneously
the freedom's worth it though.
The freedom is really wonderful with it.
I was
even tried when I went to this bookstore event where Sebastian de Castell and Miles Cameron was there. Sebastian de Castell was talking about his problems with trad publishing and him telling stories and them rejecting and asking for something. Then somebody asked, like, do you want to like go for self-publishing? Then he was like, yes, it may give us some freedom, but it was too much work. He was
hang on. What is his name?
What?
What is that author's name?
Sebastian de Castell.
Great.
Anita, say his name again.
Sebastian de Castell. No.
Is it pronounced de Castell?
No.
Is it?
I don't know.
What'd you say, Christina? I say his name wrong. I've said his name wrong to his face, and he didn't correct me.
What did you say?
I have said Sebastian de Castell since day one. I said on my channel, hi guys, welcome back to Library Alexandria. Today we have the inestimable Sebastian de Castell right here on the channel. Didn't correct
That's
me. I've
hilarious.
spoken him twice.
That's
Probably
hysterical.
so used to it that he's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe you are right. Maybe I am wrong.
There's no way. I think I'm wrong.
That's funny.
What do you mean I'm definitely wrong? How do you know how his name's pronounced?
Oh, there you go. Alan, Kev's got your back.
Anyway, I saw Brandon Sanderson talking about what you're talking about right now, Laura, on a short today. And I don't go around looking for Brandon Sanderson videos. It just
Yeah, I'm surprised that you watched it because of the miasma.
It
but
was
that's
on
fine.
a short because I have been stuck on watching shorts of Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and Ernie and Kenny the Jet on TNT, whatever, Inside the NBA or whatever. And I watched Charles Barkley and Shaq go at each other. And I don't know how I got started on it, but that's what I watch now. And I talk about
Perfect.
I watch Charles Barkley talk about the big old San Antonio women. That's all I
That's
hear.
right.
So I'm scrolling through shorts, and then Brandon Sanderson pops up, and he's talking about how the publishers, like, they can't raise the price of the book. So if it's 1,200 pages, it costs more to produce, it costs more to ship, everything costs more.
Yeah.
But maybe they can charge $1 more, maybe. But like a paperback of Stormlight costs basically the same as a paperback of Black Company.
Yeah.
And so that's why he was saying that's why the publishers right now, they don't want long books.
Yep.
Like, unless you're super established like Sanderson, and they know they can sell a metric ton.
Yeah, you generally have to have proof of sales with your first books or series in order to then be given the inflated word count. And it's so interesting though, because Josh and I went to a Barnes and Noble a few months ago, and we were walking through the fantasy section. And I was like, used to be indie, used to be indie, used to be indie, used to be indie, and was pointing at all of them. And I was like, and they're all substantially above the word count. And the reason that they're doing well is because they have given their stories that time to breathe and really settle in. But it's interesting too, when you look at statistics for sales, I think it's something along the lines of 70% of book sales are ebook sales. And then there's about 20% that's then audio, and then the last margin is physical books. So like, if your goal is to get a traditional deal to get into a bookstore, that's great because it might get you more visibility, but that's not necessarily going to yield you more sales because the bulk of your sales will already likely be ebooks.
Well, even if you look at Amazon too, I think a lot of people don't realize this. So like Bloodstones is a $21 paperback and a $4.99 ebook or something. I make basically the same amount of money as the author on the ebook and the paperback.
Yep.
So, which is wild. Like,
yeah.
$21 paperback and a $5 ebook, and I make the same amount of money.
Well, like my hardcover through Barnes and Noble is, I think, priced at $35. I will make maybe $6 on that book. And like, that's the general statistic, is that most authors I was talking to said that they make between $4 and $7 on their hardcover books. And if you're on Kindle Unlimited, a lot of authors make the bulk of their money that way. So, like, that's it.
Yep.
So it's just, there's a lot of stuff. And if you are a traditional author, like, generally your books won't be in Kindle Unlimited and things like that. Like, part of your trad deal is it gets removed from that because you usually have to sell your audio, physical, and ebook rights. It's pretty rare that you can have a deal where you can keep your ebook. It has happened, but it's rare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated, Alan, did you still want to go over your series?
Yeah, I'm about to. First of all, Andre, I asked Jimmy if he wants to play, and he's always too busy. So you blame that on old Jimmy Nuts.
Josh has been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and really likes it, so you guys should start playing that.
Here are my
unfinished
series.
I let Alan know that Josh is loving Black Company.
He is.
Has he read any more? by the way?
He has read the first 6 books. He is now back on. He's been rotating through books and series. He's now in the James Islington Lycanis second book. Then I think he's going to Enemy of God, and then it might be back to Black Company.
Nice. Tell him to jump on Glittering Stone.
Mhm.
All right. So, Book of the Usurper, which I still do want to read. I still have the art for the second book.
What's Book of the Usurper?
It's the one with Aaron Evans, who has written a bunch of D&D books.
Oh yeah.
Nightingale and the
I've already-
Fountain, which I definitely want to read. It's Stephen Arion. I just haven't had a chance to read book 2, and book 3 is about to come out.
I think, I just saw the cover.
Is Judas Blossom the first one of those?
Judas
Yeah.
Blossom, yeah.
Yeah, I really want to read that.
Red Rising, I'm behind. Age of Uprising, I'm probably not going to read this one. It was Engines of Empire was the first one, and I didn't super enjoy it, so I need to DNF this one. Red Winter Chronicles, I didn't really like Daughter of Red Winter, so, but I liked Ed McDonald. Like I like Blackwing's great.
I can't wait to read those. I'm excited about that series actually.
Blackwing's so good. I love it.
Yeah, Ben read it and liked it.
Nice. Chronicles of Three Kingdoms. I got to catch up with Batiste there too. Though I guess he's doing other series now.
Did you stop at the first book, Alan?
Yeah, I haven't read book 2 yet.
Let me know when you continue because I haven't either.
I shall. Destroyer Men. This is my very first one on BookTube. I had just read the first Destroyerman book when I started my BookTube. It's an alternate World War II history book. It's
5 years ago.
You have such a great track record with World War II fiction. So
now shut up. Black Company, Sharp. I still haven't read beyond Return of the Crimson Guard and Malazan. I still got to read Stormwheeler. Greenbone. I've only read book 1. Spellslinger. That's Sebastian de Castel, which I haven't read past book 1 yet. Ember in the Ashes.
That you can DNF. You are not going to read it.
Powder Mage, which
DNF.
I'm going to. I will one day finish Powder Mage. The Diabolic, which I actually really liked.
Yeah.
Apt. I got to finish as the Apt. Working on that. Hyperion Cantos. Working on that. Powder Mage novellas. I hate those, but I'm only like 2 away. Rhyria.
Remember when we read Hyperion together, Alan?
Sure. Rhyria. Discworld Witches. SPQR. Those are fine. Hunger
SPQR like Mary Beard's SPQR?
No, like John Maddox Roberts.
Okay, that's why I was like, that is a standalone book.
Yeah,
like, what do you mean? Okay.
Hunger of the Gods, so John Gwynn in that one. I still haven't read Shorefall after Foundry Side. I'm never going to read Emperor of Ruin because I hate what's the first one? I don't know. Burning Blade and Silver. It's Django Wexler.
yeah.
Ashes of the Sun. I hate it. Rage of Dragons. Still haven't read book 2. Still haven't read book 2 of Murderbot. Still haven't read The Spider, despite Leanna's insistence. Never made it past book 3 of Dresden. I'm still on book 3 of my reread of Shadow Campaigns. Still haven't read Shadows of Self, book 2 of Mistborn 2.
That you can maybe DNF.
I don't think that's for you, Alan.
I'm never going to read book 2 of the Parmenian duology by David Gemmell. I'm in the middle of Deathgate reread. That's fine. Noble House is too long. I still haven't read Before They Were Hanged, book 2 of First Law.
Oh, read that one. Read that one.
I still haven't read Spider Key, sequel to Wickwire.
Yep, there it is.
Women of Troy. Haven't read book 2 of Threadlight. Haven't read book 3 of Three Body Problem. Haven't read any sequel to Beartown. I don't think I ever will. I probably will never read the sequel to Boudica. And then I guess Paladin of Souls, Secret to Curse of Chalian, I'll read at some point. But yeah, look at all that. That's ridiculous.
Did you end up finishing the first Boudica novel, Alan?
Yes.
You did. Okay.
I gave it 2 stars.
Nice. I feel very vindicated in my decision to jump ship on that one.
That's fair.
Yeah. It was nothing like what it was supposed to be. It was
Yeah.
so there are I'm gonna do it. Look, I'm gonna put this on my review. But well, I don't have them right now. Anyway, I'm gonna do a review. There are two versions of that novel, and I read one, and other people on Goodreads read another one. Because
Is this gonna be like the Shaq Shazam?
I think you already mentioned something like that. There are like two versions. Wait.
There are. Here. This is the version I did not read. Too much action-oriented historical fiction bores me to tears. And Amanda Scott is rare who involves me, who even describes a fight with true excitement, not those tedious literal battles. The likes of Bernard Cornwell never made my heart race, but Amanda Scott knows how to. What? Bernard Cornwell doesn't write good historical fiction fights?
He writes
Amanda
the
Scott
best historical fiction other than John Williams.
The first thing that jumps out is there's a world behind these people. When she puts such care into the behavior of a chicken that settled outside the forge, I don't think it was a chicken, it was a bird, and Amanda Scott knows more about the behavior of these birds than me. It did its own thing, and that's why it stuck in my head. The writing is rich and visual. There wasn't a word too much for me or a word too slow as she paints us a world.
What about the jewelry?
So, hold on, that's just a part of it, but I want to read you the other one this is the one that I read. This book was a huge disappointment. The story takes forever to get even remotely interesting, and I found I had to force myself to keep reading until the end of chapters. The majority of the characters have completely age-inappropriate emotions and relationships, and the events in their lives are incredibly unrealistic. The book has pedophilic undertones and describes the majority of the Romans as maniacal homosexuals.
Is this your own review, Alan?
It's not me.
By the way,
When
Escape to Book said we are validated like shopping at book one.
When I finished it, I went and looked. I'm like, okay, let me look at the difference. And the 5-star reviews read like the first one I'm talking about, and she said even more. And then the lower reviews read, and I'm like, okay, like it's not just me. Like Amanda Scott is fine. Some people love it.
How much of it do you feel is people that actually know the history around it might have been the ones giving the lower ratings, and the people that don't know the history around it were giving
I struggle with historical fiction when I know the history just in general.
It's hard.
It's also like Amanda Scott has never met an exciting moment that she decided to just hand wave and ignore, and then like write a whole lot about stuff that isn't exciting. But when it comes to like a main antagonist death, it fades to black, and we don't even know if he's dead. It's just, and it's just like we have to find out like pages later for a random line of dialogue, and it's like, wait, what? Like, why did you set that up to do that? What?
Ellen, you need to write your book.
Man, I can't. I don't know how to write. I can't think of guys. Y'all need to be concerned for me.
Alan,
I'm concerned that I have early onset Alzheimer's because I cannot remember words anymore. Like any word I need.
To be fair, that's just teaching. Like that's what happens to teachers at the end of the year. That is teacher brain at the end of the year.
And also stress. When you're stressed,
that too.
And also having small children.
Yeah.
I can't remember words I want to anymore. I draw blanks all the time now. And it's the worst. Anyway.
Alan told me about this amazing idea that he had for this book on a Love Bomb Chat, and I really want him to write it.
There's like a little army of writers that Alan has like sort of told about this book that are all like.
No, this is a separate one, Tori. This is a separate one.
Different one than the one you told me about.
You about. Yes, a completely different one. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The one I talked to Laura about is like a historical fantasy, and the one I talked to you about was just a fantasy.
It's like Gallic fantasy. It's really.
It's what if Caesar had brought some magic back from when he conquered Gaul and fought off his assassins.
Isn't that like if you really want to see like the full description of it, because he talked about it for like 15 minutes.
I want it now.
I did with Alan.
So you're starting it when?
That's the premise.
Yes.
I messaged him a few months ago saying you need to write this.
And for you, Laura, I'll make Cicero a main antagonist.
You know what?
The good thing about writing,
fair,
Alan,
actually.
or the good thing about writing or lack thereof, isn't dragon speech still a thing? Like you can just speak the words, and
except that I don't know any of the words. I just told you that. I
feel like
forget all the words.
Honestly, I feel like that is so teacher brain.
That's why you edit. Just word vomit. Literally,
I couldn't remember the word. I couldn't remember the word countenance, and not countenance like your face. Like I just can't countenance like this kind of nonsense. And I'm sitting here like I just can't consolidate. Consider, Christina, what's the word? And she finally said countenance. I'm like, glory be in the saints be praised. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I feel like an average person complaining that they can't remember a word would be saying that they couldn't remember like the word sandwich. And Alan is saying, I couldn't remember the word countenance, which is like by far and away a more elevated word.
These are words that I used to use on a regular basis, and I can't remember any of them anymore.
Alan, you have a toddler. I'm telling you, like as a
It
mother
gets
who's
better.
out
Okay.
of that now.
All right, Tori, does it
Yes.
ever come back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Alan, I just wrote an epic fantasy novel after 3 toddlers. What, like after each other. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it.
Jimmy's
Yep.
so mean. Jimmy, I hate you. Like, I'm not friends with Jimmy anymore. You hear that, Jimmy?
Noted.
Right
Except
here, guys.
Batman.
You're gonna see in mid-July SummerSlam pay-per-view me versus Jimmy Nuts cage match. No
My
holds
money's
barred.
on you, honestly.
That's right. All right, all right, guys. Let's read. Avi, are you reading anything better?
I mean, debatable, but I'm gonna be continuing the same thing. By the way, in
Jimmy,
case anyone-
I ask Jimmy almost every weekend if he wants to play Baldur's Gate 3. And every weekend he's like, I'm busy. Me and Kelsey are going up. We're going to go look at the fall foliage or whatever it is. Every time. Every time.
Isn't it springtime? Wait,
I'm saying it's been like this since the fall. Almost every weekend. Oh my God.
Jimmy's going down all the way to Australia to see the fall foliage.
No, you just have to go to the coast. I don't have to. Anyway, all right, guys, let's. Anita, what are you reading? Are you reading Gurm or are you reading The Crow?
Windhaven.
Okay. What is that called? Gloomhaven?
Windhaven.
No, that's a
Windhaven.
board game.
That's why I was confused. Okay, John, is the book called Z, or is it so boring that you can't even say the name? Like it puts you to sleep, and that's why you said that. I'm
We
ready.
need clarification.
What's a histamine? Isn't that a sleep thing?
Histamine is an allergen.
Oh, so he's taking a Benadryl or something.
An antihistamine.
Blood over Windhaven. Sorry.
Antihistamine.
I'm curious to know how you're liking it, Ryan.
Oh, he's reading. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, he's taking a Benadryl. It's good.
I had a student that didn't know what Cool Runnings was, and he's from Jamaica.
I know what is
Think
cool.
you're done,
I
man?
watched that movie.
He's
Cool
from
Runnings is
Jamaica.
amazing.
It was one of like the 4 movies my grandmother had on VHS.
Amazing.
Was the 10 Commandments, Cool Runnings, and 2 John Wayne movies?
Yes.
Ugh. Welcome back.
Hello.
I did not. I read the last like 4 minutes. I got stuck on a loop watching Shaq and Charles Barkley,
I was gonna say, is it Jack and Charles Barkley?
and then randomly strewn with freaking Brandon Sanderson lectures.
Look,
'Cause I watched
you,
that one.
yeah, you watched one. Now they're going to give you the entire lecture.
miasma.
series.
You're stuck in it now and gonna spread it.
Can't wait to see you at Dragonsteel this.
Guys, I don't even watch basketball. I've never watched basketball, and now
I was
I'll
gonna
watch-
say I didn't get NBA vibes from you,
No,
Alan,
ever,
but
ever. But I cannot stop watching Inside the NBA clips.
I don't know if you've seen the clip of Shaq talking about filling up his car with $20 of gas, but of all the Shaq clips, like that is the one to watch.
No, but I'm gonna look that up as soon as we're done.
It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
What I'm actually learning is that apparently there is a surprisingly large overlap between NBA watchers and Sanderson fans.
Apparently, according to the
I-
algorithm.
Nope.
What's that top of Pete's head?
You mean his pate?
Yeah, what's that? Pete's pate?
Tori, are you weaving?
Spinning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's very ancient Greek of you.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
How is
needed
that
a break
different?
from.
How's
Break
that
from
different than
reading.
weaving? What you're doing right now?
How nerdy do you want me to get?
I would
Very.
like the one tier up from short.
Okay. So I'm spinning fiber that is made from wool or this is a blend of wool and silk, and making that into yarn currently. Weaving is when you take the shuttle with the yarn on it and you're going back and forth and making some kind of a fabric out of yarn or thread.
So hold on, you're making making the thread to then be woven.
I mean, I won't weave, but it could be.
Someone will
yes.
weave. Someone could
Or
weave.
I will crochet it more likely. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
why not weave?
I
Make a
mean, I
fabric.
could. I don't have a big loom. I would
Oh.
love to have one, but they're sort of expensive.
That's the
No.
Kickstarter. Who needs
Yeah,
book
right?
money?
Yeah.
You can have loom money.
Tori writes books for loom. Yeah.
I will
also-
weave you a tale.
I also do not have any space in my house for a loom. So
Oh. Anita, how's your book?
It's good. I finished part 2.
nice.
When are you gonna read Proof House, Anita?
Eh?
When are you gonna read Proof House?
I don't
Me
know.
and Evie had to stick it out.
But when's Pete gonna read it? That's the question.
Pete never. Pete's too busy
So
Pete,
fucking around.
genuinely, and I made this joke to Pete and Anitha, at least to Pete, that I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have the live show discussion for the Proof House until after we've read the Scavengers trilogy. or
Probably.
whatever that-
Speaking of, so KJ Parker's new trilogy, if you look on Amazon, you can see book 1 and 2 of the new trilogy.
Ooh.
It says book 1 of 2 of the trilogy, book 2 of 2 of the trilogy.
What is this? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy in 5 parts?
Apparently, and
That's funny.
it looks like he's doing like he did for Silas Korax, like January, February, March, I think, or January, February, since there's 2 books in this trilogy.
Yeah.
I love 2-book trilogies. They're my favorite.
Me too.
Mhm.
It's the new trend.
hmm
All over independent publishing about to be.
hmm
It's fun.
Is this super expensive to self-publish a book?
It doesn't have to be. Like it's kind of
But it can be.
it can be, but it's kind of like what level you want to start at. You can
Yeah, how
can
much you want
publish
to-
pretty easy entry level with even like pretty decent covers depending on but yeah.
Right on.
I think if you don't want audiobook, if you don't want hire a
Audiobooks are
cover
expensive.
artist, if you don't hire a professional editor, all those.
Like
You just
the
wanna read a book.
audiobook, usually if I do an audiobook, more than doubles my publishing budget.
Oh, without question. It's like
Easily.
tripling mine. So
Yeah.
Philip used to send me being like, hey, so I only need to sell this many to recoup the costs, and then he would keep me updated. I forget I think he made it back.
Nice.
But
Good. I would hope so.
I mean, I hope so too. But
High quality.
if not, then enjoy just at least hearing it. Like I think if I was an author, like I would just want to to hear it done. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's kind of been my thing. A lot of people, when I told them I was making an audiobook, they were a little judgy about it because they were like, you're a first time author, like you might not want to invest that amount of money into it. And I mean, first of all, I'm a former teacher and I taught at a school for kids with dyslexia. So like I'm all for audiobooks and listening. And I was like, I just want it to be accessible to people and it to be available. So yes, I understand that I'm likely taking a loss on this in the beginning, but I'm hoping eventually it'll recoup. It's not like you shouldn't go into it with the mindset that you are going to make back your audiobook money off the bat, because you definitely will not.
I think I'd want one anyway. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and like, Alan, if you get around to publishing at some point, you can read your own audiobook, which will save you a ton of money. Like I'm planning on doing that for Cold Silver.
True. That's true.
So, yeah.
That's true. That's cool.
If I had the mental capacity to do another thing, I would try doing it.
I mean, I have to just prove that my theater degree was worth something.
Worth it.
Word.
So,
Evie, how's Wild and Wrangled?
Wild and Wrangled. No smut yet, unfortunately. But it was good.
It's coming.
That's what she said.
That's right.
This isn't your channel.
I love the progress. I love the progress. When she talked about book 1, she was like very scandalized. It has more smut. By the time she was reading book 2 during sprints yesterday night, it has so much smut. All giggles actually. The progress is so.
Next thing you know, the next evolution is full on erotica from page 1.
Which, as we've established, is not literature.
You will not be reading anymore. You'll just be consuming.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. It's not literature, according to the book snob tag.
Listen, Ovid's what is it? Metamorphoses? That's erotica.
No, it's not. Metamorphoses is fine. It's just Apollo trying to
Ovid?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, not Kafka. She said Ovid.
Yeah, no, that's not erotica.
Ars Amatoria might be.
That definitely is. That 100% is. I mean, it got him exiled.
Well, don't make it about, don't sleep with the emperor's daughter.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But hey, she had stuff to do.
Laura, are you at a bookstore?
No, this is my home.
Okay, well, guys, doesn't Laura's background look like the romantasy section in Barnes & Noble?
To be fair, most of this is not romantic.
You have out-facing Akatar.
I do. And Joe Abercrombie
No
right
one
here.
can see that. No
George
one
R.
can
Martin.
No one can see
all Guy
anything.
Gabriel K.
Oh, okay. Guy Gabriel K is also smut.
In one scene in Tagana.
2 scenes in Tagana.
One closet scene in Tagana, and then I didn't get to the other
scene
one
and one long night where the corn swords come out.
That's funny. And then all over here is
Witcher,
Daniel Abraham. I've got Tad Williams, James Islington, Mark Lawrence.
You don't read any of those.
Of course I do.
When's the last time you read a book that wasn't written by Sarah J. Maas?
Today.
That's false.
I haven't read a book by her in a little while. Well, for me, it's been a few months. So.
Laura, for like 2 years, every video you came out with was Sarah J. Maas.
It was only 1 year because I only started reading romantasy like a year ago, and then I wrote a book in the genre.
Why? Why do you like romantasy so much?
I think for me, it was going back to things that I really enjoyed when I started reading. And it was like when I picked up fantasy as a teenager, it kind of had that like same feeling of you can have adventure, there can be a romance subplot. Like I find that the ones that I tend to like more tend to be a bit more equal with plot and romance in general, but I do have a weird thing for ACOTAR. I really do like ACOTAR, and I know that's a very mixed thing on this panel of people, and that's fine. But I don't know. I think it just felt like it came to me at the right time, and I feel like that could be for any genre or any book. Like I'm very specific about things coming to you at the right time. Like you can DNF a book and read it later, and it becomes an all-time favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like my two favorite series, I would argue, are probably First Law and ACOTAR. So it's quite varied. But yeah, I don't know. It just works for me. Doesn't have to work for
Quality of
everybody.
Laura.
Right
ACOTAR
on.
and First Law.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's very murdery and fey.
Do you ever read any nonfiction history anymore?
I actually was thinking about that the other day because I was talking to Evie about this like a couple of days ago. And I really want to pick up, I have it here and I haven't read it, The Emperor of Rome, Mary Beard book that came out a year or so ago.
Yeah, I have that. I've not read it.
I'm itching to read it pretty soon. So if you want to read it with me, we could buddy read that maybe when you're.
I didn't know she wrote books.
What?
I didn't know she wrote books. I
Oh,
love her
yes.
documentaries.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's one
amazing.
of she's one of the premier, like especially introductory like Roman books. Like she's
absolutely
super accessible.
That's an era of history I've like very little experience in, so I'm just kind
SPQR is the best starting point for her books. I was saying to Evie the other day, if you want to get more niche and specific, my favorite one of her books that I've read is The Roman Triumph, which is really specific on Roman triumphs, but it's so interesting because it basically gets into the whole history of this glorification of the parade, the triumph itself, the history behind it, and what it meant not only for the individual but as the city, and the role of everyone involved. And it was really, really, really fascinating.
Cool.
But yeah, she's
awesome. The historian I emailed actually wrote me back and is going to come on my channel.
What's the name?
His name's Tristan Hughes. He wrote a book about Perdiccas, post Alexander the Great.
So specific.
Yeah, Perdiccas here. He appears on. They have their own YouTube channel called History Hit, and so he appears on that a lot, talking about Greece and Rome and stuff. But he wrote. I just finished Alexander the Great in class, and so I needed a book post Alexander, and so I added slides from that. And I was like, man, this history book's good. I'm gonna email this guy and see if he'll talk to me about the Diadache. And he's like,
probably
sure.
made his year. You probably made his year. Like honestly,
I'm always afraid that like they're just gonna be mean to me.
No. Okay. No. Historians think that what we study is really cool, and then they think that everyone else has no idea what it is and thinks it's really not cool. So if someone that's not in the inner circle emails them, they're like, "This is the greatest."
I want to see if he'll tier rank Alexander's successors with me. I want to see if he'll do it, or if I hope he's not stuffy. Like I don't know if he's stuffy or not. Like he may be like tier ranking. What is that? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're not gonna do that now.
Well, I mean, give us a sneak peek, Alan. What's the ranking?
Ptolemy is F tier. Ptolemy's garbage tier.
I was gonna say Ptolemy is definitely your bottom. Like without
Ptolemy sucks. I don't know why those Ptolemy lovers are. Eumenes is God tier. Eumenes is as S tier. Antigonus is S tier.
Wait, didn't you guys do this tier ranking?
Nope, we did emperors.
We did Roman emperors.
Yeah.
We haven't done Alexander's successors.
Perdiccas really is like C tier, sadly. What else? Oh, Antipater, who's gonna be like, I'm sorry, it's Antipater. It's like I know it's Antipater. Antipater's S tier for sure. Seleucus. So Seleucus realistically should be S tier, but I don't really like him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't like Seleucus.
That's wrong.
Seleucus is a big dumb jock that when he was a kid wrestled a bull to the ground with his bare hands.
He's great.
Which is awesome. but also I don't care about Seleucus. So
I
B.
like Seleucus.
So
So
look at
wait. So real quick. So this guy basically did the ancient equivalent of cow tipping.
Correct.
No, he wrestled it coming at him.
Nah. I'll
Get
take
outta
things that didn't happen in ancient history for
Lysimachus also
down anyways.
Cassander F tier.
Oh yeah,
For
sure.
that's so good. But anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping he'll engage me in some lively debate. Like I want someone who's not stuffy enough, who be like, oh yeah, tell him he sucks. Like, or
I mean,
he
Has
sucks.
he done any other like interviews on the internet?
Yeah, but it's all like professional stuff. Like he appears on like professional like history podcasts and things like that.
He'll probably be so thrilled to get to let his hair down for a little bit.
In the library.
I think he's bald.
Yeah.
Exactly it.
I don't think he has hair.
Maybe he'll watch
Well,
it.
I think you'll
Does
see
he have a
his
page?
I
Yeah,
was
his
just
face
gonna
is
say, yeah.
balding pate.
Ugh, no.
Oh my
But I'm excited. This is going to give me hopefully, if it goes well, it will give me the courage to reach out to like other authors.
You definitely should.
And it'll also give them like the more you do it, the more they'll be able to look at what you do and be like, maybe not. So it'll eliminate the stuffy ones easier.
Yeah. That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
I would love to get a couple of my favorite historical fiction authors on my channel, but
Seriously, right?
they don't answer. Like, I don't know how to get a hold of them.
Fortunately,
Go to their college, take a road trip, and just visit every single one of their colleges.
I asked
Probably figure out their office hours from online.
I asked my English professor from college if he would do a Motley Crue chat with me because I love him dearly.
Oh.
And bless his like 80-year-old heart, he was like, so my students told me that I was going to need to have Twitter and Facebook and all of these things. And I just have found that I don't need them. So I'm not going to thank you for thinking of me. And I was like, it's not exactly what I do, Dr. Hannah, but so
I'm going to come to you with a camera and a microphone and we're just going to talk.
I know. I was like, I just want to talk to you about books. That's literally it. I'm not like spamming your privacy on the internet. Like,
I never even thought of reaching out to some of my professors, but that would be really fun. I have one in particular. He was a professor in the religion department that focused on apocalypticism specifically.
should definitely.
And he is a delightful human being. And the way he pronounces most words is highly questionable, and I enjoy it so much. So yeah, I should think about that.
I'm going to reach out to my other English professor who she's like absolutely will do it. I'm 98% sure. So
go back to this professor pronouncing things questionably. Like
vegan is vegan. He's vegan. And when he introduced himself to me, I went to he was the head of the religion department, and they would do these mixers, I guess, like twice a semester, at the beginning of the semester, end of the semester. And it was pizza, and I can't eat it because I have celiac disease. And he came over to me and he was like, I see you're not eating the pizza. And I explained, yeah. And he goes, well, I too can't eat it. I'm a vegan. And I nearly spat out my drink. I was like, what does that mean?
Vegana.
Exactly, vegana. And he, at one point, I can't remember the context of why the Himalayas was being discussed in one of his classes.
Did he say the Himalayas?
He said the Himalayas. It was so funny. So yeah, he just delightful human being.
Wait.
I love the Himalayas.
Oh my God. Every time I was in a lecture with that man, I left in stitches. It was so good.
What, Anita?
Did he say it intentionally or to be funny?
Oh, intentionally. Very intentionally. Because he then said it continuously throughout the semester, because I had him for two separate classes. I had one which was a seminar of 12 of us, and the other which was this massive class with about 350 people. So I got to see him in two different settings, which was really interesting. And the seminar, I kept noticing that he would wear leather shoes, and someone finally called him out on it and was like, why are you wearing leather shoes if you're a vegan? And he was like, you can still be a vegan and wear these shoes. Let me tell you about how the Italian shoemakers of Florence make leather shoes. And then went on a tangent for 20 minutes about shoemaking in Florentine, Italy.
My goodness.
But yeah, he is a gem of a human being.
Anita, what?
That's how we say it actually, Himalayas.
You say the Himalayas?
Yeah, Himalayas.
There you go.
You say what?
Exactly how he said it.
Say it.
Himalayas?
Stop.
Himal-
Anita, say it.
Himalayas.
That's not the same thing, though. We're saying the Himalayas. You're saying the Himalayas, which is different.
There, you do have a slight inflection, Anita, that is like kind of Himalayas and Himalayas marrying each other, whereas his was just like a word that's not a word. So,
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have to bail because I have to go and help Christina with stuff before she goes to bed. But Tori and Laura, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
having
having
It's
us.
usually the top of Pete's head. Anita, even,
I keep
Anita
forgetting
even
Pete is
Pete.
here.
yeah,
Anita
I just
even
see
Pete.
this floating head every once in a while, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's an actual.
Or he'll
human
just
being.
talk and you're like, where did that come from?
No, I like Eva. Evie, I like that you, Pete, and Anita.
Eva.
We're always on. I'm thanking the rare guest.
I'm messing.
I will come. I will fly up there to New England, and I will power bomb you.
Eva.
What?
Gonna do the booktube equivalent of cow tipping.
Yes.
You can have a Seleucus moment.
Oh, Seleucus. All right. So, thanks everybody for joining us. This was way
Yeah.
fun. I'm gonna, hopefully finish this book soon. And if you have not, pre-order / buy both of these wonderful people's books, ToriTekken.com and also BarnesandNoble.com, where you can find
The
Laura's
Forgotten Dawn by Laura.
Forgotten Dawn.
Blake.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
need you to
Yeah.
remember its name, Alan. It's okay.
Oh God.
I'm not certain it's going to be my type of book, Laura.
I don't think it is, Alan, but also we've asserted the fact that you're, dealing with dementia. So if you don't remember my book title,
That's
it's not the end of the
definitely
world.
Christina wants to read it, though. Christina wants to read it now, so
I'll take it.
I don't know.
There are too many
excited.
words in your book title, Tori. What's it called again? Cold blood.
Cold
for
silver.
Cold silver for souls.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
See, even I got that, Evie.
Well, now I'm offended, Alan.
Now.
Look.
Evie, if it makes you happy, I also have another book simply titled Phased.
That's easier.
So
There
if
you
that's
go.
easier.
And then the Bloodstones.
The blood, the
Blood.
what do you call
Blood.
it? Pete? The bloody rocks or fruit? What?
Yeah, the bloody rocks.
Bloody rocks. Yeah.
So says the head, the floating head.
Yep.
Oh my God, Pete, fix your camera angle. I hate it. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Remember to be the